The Rock River Area Chapter of the OWLS, the Organization of Wells Lutheran Seniors. That's who we are. Our 9 monthly meetings take us on tours to congregations of the Rock River area with devotions and some history by local pastors. Informed speakers present topics of special interest to people who are retired and or 50 and more years of age. Here is great fellowship and tasty refreshments, plus opportunity to support the Synod's military chaplaincy program and other ministries. Come along and sample some of our recent gatherings at St. Mark's in Watertown, where we were treated to pan-seared chicken breast with sautéed fagiolini.
We're going to add that to it. The tomatoes are also going to give it a nice flavor, as well as some color. And we're just going to cook those a little bit. And then we add our green beans.
At Fort Atkinson, Pastor Steinbrenner told us how Bethany congregation began in 1942 and grew over the years with God's blessings. Then we learned from Pastor Brett Brower about a new Bible translation project going on in our synod, hoping to provide a version which is both good English and faithful to God's Word. We flew to St. Paul's at Marshall, where the congregation built a new church facility in 1994 with an interesting fan-styled sanctuary. Susan Ann used her beautiful God-given concert voice to sing His praises.
To carry me home, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
The Marshall congregation goes back 126 years to its Iowa Synod beginnings in 1888. Pastor Fott and his Lydian Society refreshed us with coffee and chocolate bars a la mode. Here's another sample from one of Susan Linneberg's CDs.
All that has life and breath come now with praises before Him. Let the Amen sound from His people again. Gladly forever adore Him.
In December 2013, the OWLS landed at St. Luke's in Watertown. With Christmas this month, we oldies still enjoy hearing St. Luke's Gospel account of the birth of Jesus read from the King James Bible, which many of us grew up with. We've been honored to have as a lector retired seminary president Professor Armin Schitze.
We read in Luke 2, verses 1 to 6.
And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed.
Afterwards, many old friends visited together, while St. Luke's ladies served refreshments.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you, Kim.
As my husband would always say, have a very blessed Christmas.
Fröhliche Weihnachten. Thank you.
Feliz Navidad.
We got to see their beautiful Christmas tree and their nativity set. Here is this year's schedule of places, topics, and presenters for our third Tuesday of the month, 1:30 p.m. meetings. Learn about our chaplain to WELS military stationed in Europe. A pictorial trip to Alaska where Pastor Schmidt has served. Professor Brugg on his biblical archaeology tour of the Holy Land are just a few of the engaging topics. You can ask your pastor for a copy of the schedule and for more information about being our guest and or perhaps becoming a member. These photos were taken at our summer picnic in July. And you probably know some of us already and who we are. Now you know who we are. We are the OWLS, your WELS and ELS brothers and sisters of the Rock River area, a chapter of the organization of WELS Lutheran Seniors. May God fill your retirement years with His blessings.